Good afternoon from Universal Orlando Resort. We're here today because Halloween Horror Nights starts tomorrow. And the last time that we were here, they had taken down a bunch of stuff for Hurricane Dorian. So we're here today to see what the final preparations are being made for Halloween Horror Nights. Also, yesterday we were invited out by Universal to get a sneak peek of one of the houses. And we got some footage of a scare cam, which actually Jen did last year through Slaughter Cinema. And we'll put a link to that video in the description down below. But this year, it was me. I got to wear the scare cam going through Nightingales Blood Pit. So enjoy that footage right now. Welcome back. What a fun time inside of one of the houses. I'm so glad that we were able to give you guys a sneak peek before the event actually starts of one of the houses, and we will be back here for the opening day to show you guys all of the rest of the houses. But right now we're gonna go into the park and have a look around and see if there's anything new in the scare zones, give you guys my hype list for what houses I'm excited for. Also, Voodoo Donuts has 3 Halloween themed donuts. I think we're only gonna try 2 of them right now because 3 is kind of a lot of donuts, but let's go get some donuts. There they are. This is what we're gonna get. I'm gonna get this waffle one, and I'm gonna get this vampire one. That run one looks fun though. Here's the description of them. Stranger Things waffle donut, a yeast shell filled with maple Bavarian cream topped with maple frosting and a waffle. And then the vampire donut is a yeast bar filled with Oreo Bavarian cream topped with vanilla frosting. Yes, that sounds like a lot of fun. Look at this vampire. He did get kind of squished with the wrapping, but how much fun is that? And then this waffle one looks good. Man, it is windy out today. That is helping with the heat, but it is very windy, making it hard for me to film my donuts. Let's try this vampire one. See how it is. Oh no, it is totally gonna blow all over me, isn't it? All right, here we go. Oh man. Like an Oreo Bavarian cream. I'm trying to keep the bag out of the shot. This is good. Yeah. Get this. It's delicious. Voodoo Donuts are very good. They are very rich though. The Bavarian cream, Oreo Bavarian cream on the inside is really good. A lot of frosting on there though. So get ready for like a sweetness explosion. Does have I did get just a taste of the other donut that it was in there with, which is the maple donut because it's a waffle donut. So just be warned, if you get 2 donuts, you're kind of gonna mix flavors. Let's try this Stranger Things waffle donut. I didn't get any of the filling. Hold on. I think I like the vampire one better. This one's not bad. It does just taste a lot like syrup, which is actually really surprising how much like syrup it tastes like. It really does taste like a waffle. Like a donut waffle. That's pretty impressive. Well, there you go. A waffle that, or a donut that tastes exactly like a waffle. Still think that the vampire one is better though. Ah yes, Voodoo Donuts, the messiest donuts ever. So now that I'm all cleaned up after eating the donuts, I can tell you that the vampire donut was better than the waffle donut. The waffle donut was much, much sweeter than the vampire donut. Vampire donut was messier. The little piece of waffle cone, it was like a piece of waffle cone that you would use as like a waffle cone for an ice cream cone. That's what was sticking at the top. That was super stale. So I don't know if there's a way to get that when it's not stale, because as soon as you stick it into the donut, it begins to get stale. Like, chewy. So I don't know. I would get the vampire one. We didn't try the run one, the Stranger Things one, but I think that one would probably be good. I did like the vampire one though, so that's my choice for you. The event starts tomorrow. Still no signs out front. You can tell they did run a wire over here though, so I bet you they will put some stuff up tonight. So before we get into any updates or anything like that, I want to run straight back to the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store, because they opened it yesterday. It's not scheduled to be open today, but as I was walking in, I asked some people and they said that it was open, so we will see. Well, one update before we get back there. There's a sign for An Arcade now. Scare Zone, Pigeon getting ready to scare people. Ooh. Oh yes. Halloween Horror Nights, lines through Music Plaza. They're ready for the crowds tomorrow night for sure. Oh, we're listening to some songs from Ghostbusters. This is getting me super hyped. Oh yeah, look, there it is. The tribute store is open, so we're gonna head in today. All hands on deck, getting it ready for Friday night opening. This is exciting. The sign's not even up yet. Here it is as we head inside. No visitors beyond this point.
Hello.
This is very cool. I like that this says the Spice Boys. This is awesome. Heading in like we're going into a freak show. This is giving me some It vibes, which I know that it's not part of the event this year, but oh no, we're in Ghostbusters now. Look at this. All kinds of like fire department history photos. Spangler, Stance. There's Slimer up there with a pizza. All kinds of different stuff through here. That's neat. Okay, so there's a lot of little like Ghostbusters Easter eggs. Oh, and it looks like Slimer got into, there's a handprint, got into the refrigerator. Oh, this is the containment unit where they would put the ghosts in after they catch them. And there's a giant Ghostbusters wall here where you can take photos. Oh, okay, so these are like invoices from the Ghostbusters. I did not know that Slimer has an actual buttocks. Look at this adorable Slimer for $19. He doesn't have a butt. Here's all of the Ghostbusters uniforms. This one's covered with Stay Puft marshmallows. And then the rest of them are covered with ectoplasm. We got killer clown masks. Got a Captain Spaulding mask over here. I think that this guy, oh, he's from House of a Thousand Corpses. Frankenstein's monster. I like this music that's in here for me showing off these masks. This is all Ghostbusters stuff. They've cut out different articles about the Ghostbusters and they got a proton pack. Do not lose these keys. Oh, there's Vigo. Tavern on the Green. Ooh, mass sponge migration. What do you see? Come on, what do you see? I don't know, like 3 squiggly lines? Why are there so many cemeteries? Oh, here's Harry Price Confessions of a Ghost Hunter, checked out by Egon twice. Here's a parking violation for Ray Stantz. Says that he was saving the world. Too bad, $114. And then the next room is a Stranger Things room. Oh my gosh, there's a Demodog right here. Look at that. He's so cute. And he's got a little like, ah! Sorry. I know I'm just kind of showing you guys all of the decorations. Here's the map of Hawkins, where all the water goes, where all the tunnels are. But there is merch available in here. It's just most of the merch that we've already seen in the last video. So I'm just kind of going through, showing off the decorations. Well, they have some rotten pumpkins up there too. Well, this one's fun though. Palace Arcade, best food and games in Hawkins. I didn't see that one last time. And they have these signature things too with all of the different authenticity placards underneath them. These are all of the characters, or at least 6 of the characters. Is that Papa? I think it is. Papa? Centipede shirt? An Atari shirt? Never forget your first love. Some asteroids over here, these are fun. They have a new Coke machine. Why would you even like new Coke? It doesn't taste anything like old Coke. They're selling Christmas light necklaces because of Stranger Things. You're getting twice the use out of it. I know you guys like to see the different lanyards that are available. This one's based around Ghostbusters. And then they have a Halloween Horror Nights one. I believe that these are $14 or $15. The price isn't anywhere on them. These are neat. Oh, they have some hats in here. Centipede Asteroids. And this is a Camp Nowhere 85 hat for $20. Or you could get the Camp Nowhere 85 shirt. I know it's kind of dark in here and hard to see, but there it is, $35 for that one. They're literally selling desktop arcade games in here. $27. This is the first year they've had a third room. Now we're headed into the third room. Ooh, this is awesome. It's like a classic Monsters type old laboratory. Wow, how neat is this? Whoa, what's this? Some sort of weird tub full of water with hands and like a creature inside of it. Whoa. Oh, they have all 4 of the glasses here in one spot, so you can see all 4 of them. Every year they sell these painted skulls. Look at these guys. How much fun is that? They're $125. Also, this gothic window in here looks amazing. They have a pass holder pin for this year. It looks like Stranger Things, but they're at Universal Orlando. $12. It's kind of a good deal for a pin, right? And again, they have horror ink here where you can make your own t-shirts. So you can, I could be like Killer Klowns, Shorty's Boxing, right there. And then they have some that have sections where you can add in your own name. So like, here, be this one right here. Make a mixtape, and I'll put. How do I do that? Do I do like edit my design? Edit text. Oh, your name here. I knew that. Oh, it's way down here. There it is. There's my mixtape. It's just full of theme park pigeon remixes. They have some Us shirts here too, for $28. I wonder if it says anything on the back. Oh yeah. Watch yourself. I like this though because right above the shirt for Us, they're selling Universal Studios hats that say Us, but they're just Universal Studios hats. Like, that's pretty funny, right? And for $35, they have an Academy of Villains shirt for this year. Long sleeve. Says Academy of Villains on the front. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Oh, there's a House of a Thousand Corpses shirt too. $32 for this Clownzilla. Oh, this is super soft. Clownzilla shirt from Killer Klowns. And then right above it, they are selling Killer Klowns branded cotton candy. Look at this scary thing. I do like that all of this Universal Monsters merch has newer versions of the monsters on it. You can buy a Scoops Ahoy hat. How much is the Scoops Ahoy hat? $20. I think these are going to be everywhere this season. People are going to be wearing Scoops Ahoy hats everywhere. Camp Nowhere hat again, and then just a Stranger Things hat that looks like Dustin's hat. This is definitely something new this year, is they're selling the candy bars, the popcorn, the cotton candy, drinks, and they're also selling candied apples. I think that skull is a candied apple. Maybe it's just like a white chocolate skull. The exit to the tribute store kind of lets you out right over here. So I'm way back behind Rip Ride Rocket. There's only 2 people on Rip Ride Rocket right now. 4 people. Holy cow, this park is dead. But I wanted to go over my hype list with you guys, let you guys know what I'm excited for. So first and foremost, my favorite house that I'm so excited for is Ghostbusters. And it's only fitting that I'm standing in front of the facade of the New York Public Library and that they're screaming, right? I'm excited for Ghostbusters because the movie, like, one thing that Universal Orlando is known for is when you go through a house at Halloween Horror Nights based on a movie, it's like you're walking through the plot of the movie. So I cannot wait to walk through the plot of Ghostbusters. That is gonna be amazing. Number 2 on my list is an original house called Graveyard Games. I'm really excited for this one because I'm a sucker for original houses. And this one feels like the ghost house, like the paranormal house of the year. And that I love. I've been through a bunch of different Halloween Horror Nights houses that are based off of like paranormal events or ghosts, and they've all been some of my favorite houses I've ever been through. So that's why Graveyard Games takes number 2 on my list. Plus it takes place in Louisiana in a graveyard, so how can that not be fun? Oh, by the way, they put the Christmas lights back up in the Zombieland scare zone. Looks like they don't have any bulbs in them yet, though. I'm sure they will have them in there by opening night. My number 3 house is Stranger Things. Stranger Things was so good last year, so I think my hype from last year after going through the Stranger Things house is kind of carrying over to this year, and then we watched season 3, so I'm just hyped for season 3, and just hearing some of the reviews from team member preview, I think that it's going to be good. I think that we're going to be able to see some of the iconic scenes from season 2 and 3, and you guys know Starcourt Mall was a very iconic scene, so I'm excited to see that. I think that that will play a big part in it. Plus all of the different Demogorgon that are all over the place, and maybe the Mind Flayer? Never know. Speaking of Stranger Things in the Starcourt Mall, this is it. This is the Starcourt food court. We got Ole Amigo, you've got Imperial Panda, we got some Hawkins Heroes, and then this one just says desserts. What? Why doesn't it say Scoops Ahoy? Is it because they trademarked Scoops Ahoy at Stranger Things and now they can't use it on a sign? The bar is back up and they've started putting out some more of the decorations. And this was actually open last night for team member preview. I wanted to show you guys what is on the drink menu over here. I know it's kind of blowing around a lot, but that Saturn drink sounds interesting. Heyman's London Dry, Velvet Fallernum, Passion Fruit Puree, and Sour Mix. And then all these different beers and ciders. And now on to number 4 on my hype list. Number 4 is Depths of Fear. So like I said in the last Universal video where we went through and told you all of the different scare zones and all of the different house locations, there have been a few other houses based around water themes like this. We'll put a link to the video in the description down below where we go through all of the different locations of the scare zones and the houses, but there have been other houses based around water themes that I really enjoyed. So I feel like I'm going to enjoy Depths of Fear. Everything that I've heard coming out of the team member preview says that the storyline of Depths of Fear is very interesting. So I'm excited to see that. Number 5 on my list is Yeti, Terror of the Yukon, because how could you go wrong with a Yeti house? A house based around Yetis. Like, that sounds amazing. Abominable snowmen. Gigantic creatures that are hairy and scary. Yeah. So last year they had Slaughter Cinema, which featured a Swamp Yeti. This is not a Swamp Yeti, this is a Snow Yeti, which sounds like it'll be really good. I'm hoping that there will be some like white scenes where there's like a white rock or something like that, and this gigantic white furry beast is camouflaged into it and jumps out and scares you, because that sounds like an amazing scare. There it is, number 5 on my list, Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. Looks like the signs and speakers are back up in the Rob Zombie scare zone. I've got a few more props out here and there. Looks like I was a little bit wrong about this. I think that this is just the decorations they put around the bottom of the scaffolding, and there'll be just a dancer up top there. Not a person inside sparking the cage. But Dragula is out and about. Look at that. There's Dragula. Wow, how neat is that? What other Halloween event do you know of where they're just like, oh, Rob Zombie scare zone? Let's get a Dragula and put it in there. Do you think they made this? These intakes, or these the exhaust. This would be the exhaust, right? Or the intakes, one of the two. Don't look like they're ever used. Now I do realize by saying this, it kind of negates the idea of a secret bar. But if you come back to Lombard's, sometimes this bar back here is just open to everybody. Because I think that VIP tours take a break here and there's a bar inside for VIP tours or RIP tours during horror nights. But I believe, if I'm going by what happened last year, this bar right here is open to all guests. And because it's kind of hidden back here, like, nobody ever comes back to it. So I think that if you are looking for a bar, come over to this one. Next on my list at number 6 is Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Last year, this was a scare zone, and it was so successful that they decided to make it into a house this year and expand on the idea, get more detail into the theming. So you know what that means. That means that there is going to be so much detail in this house because they already have a base to go from, where they had the scare zone last year, which was super fun, and all of the different actors that were playing the different clowns were having such a good time. I can only imagine that it's going to take it to the next level inside of a house. So, Killer Klowns from Outer Space, excited to see more clowns, spaceships, cotton candy cocoons, maybe even Clownzilla, you never know. Definitely shadow puppets or something like that. I don't know, this entire year I'm hyped for all of them, but this is sort of my list. There's the sign for Academy of Villains Altered States. Don't have any showtimes up right now because it's not running tonight, but there it is, nightly during Universal Orlando Halloween Horror Nights, here in the Fear Factor stage. And number 7 on my list is Nightingales Blood Pit, which is actually really funny because that's the only house that I've been through so far, and I enjoyed that one immensely. So that can kind of tell you where the level is of hype. It's way up here. This year is going to be so good at Halloween Horror Nights. As you guys saw from the walkthrough earlier in the video, so many interesting things happening in Nightingales Blood Pit. And because Nightingales are a recurring character at Halloween Horror Nights, it's fun to see the storyline. This one, they're in Roman times, so we got to see gladiators, we got to see a lion. A lion tried to eat me, which was really neat because that's the same type of, it was a puppet lion, and it's the same type of puppet that they had in American Werewolf in London in years past. That was the first time that they used a big dog type puppet or animal type puppet, and they've been reusing this same type of animal or same type of puppet in years since then, and it has been highly successful. That was one of the biggest scares that I got as I walked through that house, was when the lion jumped out at me. And I wasn't expecting to see an actual lion coming at me. So I don't know, there's number 7 on my list, Nightingales Blood Pit. So number 8 on my list is Universal Monsters, and I kind of have to put a little asterisk next to that one because it's not that I think that this is going to be a bad house to make it put it towards the end of my list. I think that all of the houses this year are going to be amazing. It just so happens that I'm more excited for some of the other ones ahead of Universal Monsters. I really am excited to see how they change all the monsters to make them look a little bit more modern. I have heard that some of the Frankenstein monsters are gigantic, like 7 feet tall, which sounds amazing and sounds frightening at the same time. I'm excited to see the set design in this one too, where you can see maybe like Frankenstein's lab, Dracula's castle, like the mummy's mummy place. Is that like his tomb? I guess so. Mummy's tomb. Like Bride of Frankenstein, the Wolfman, this creature from the Black Lagoon. I think that this is gonna be extremely fun to go through. But like I said, the only reason that it's so low down my list, and all of the rest of them on my list, because there's only 3 left, are just so low on my list because there are so many other options. Like I said, this entire year is going to be super good. So that's the only reason that these last 3 are so low on my list, is just because there are so many good ones. Heading into Vikings Undead, we've got a few things that have changed. Like we've got this giant Viking helmet up on top of a post over here. Lots of giant Viking helmets. The skulls, I don't see them lit up, but that one right there has the light shining through it, so it looks like it's lit up. Tarps and dead bodies. Tarps and dead bodies. Also, there's a vacuum pump back there? Wonder what they're using the vacuum pump for. Probably to make this guy squirm. Some different Viking flags around here. Does anybody speak Viking? Can you guys tell me what this means right here? Oh, the bow of a Viking boat is over here, and it kind of looks like it has some grip on it, so maybe a scare actor could go up inside of there and be at the bow of the boat, like Leonardo DiCaprio from Titanic. And number 9 on my list is Us from Jordan Peele. And we watched this movie, I thought it was a very good movie. I thought that Get Out was better than Us, but I still think that there are just better houses in the Halloween Horror Nights lineup, because this sort of just kind of feels like it's gonna be people chasing me with scissors, most likely. Hopefully bunny rabbits. The one thing that I'm looking forward to about it is that we are going to go through the plot of the movie. So we're gonna go through the pier, we're gonna go through their house, their summer house, we're gonna go through the fun house, so the House of Mirrors, we're gonna go down underneath ground to the underground lab, and then hopefully Hands Across America happens at the end, where everybody's like joined together with their hands, and like that would be an excellent exit from the house, where they've just got 2 lines of people on either side, Hands Across America, like yelling at you, trying to get you, or something like that. I don't know. That's just a thought on my part. Who knows what's gonna happen? We'll find out soon though. Find out tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Heading into the last scare zone that we haven't done an update for yet is Vanity Ball, but it looks like nothing is really new through here. They did unfurl the hollow curtains. Other than that, nothing. Well, I guess they did put these velvet ropes up here, so that is something, but other than that, I don't see anything. Here's something interesting that I haven't seen before. It's like a stack of speakers outside of Studio Suites and the exit to the Universal Studios store, right across from the entrance. So when Halloween Horror Nights first opens, very first thing, they do is something called the opening ceremonies. So I have a feeling that these speakers will take part in that opening ceremony. Inside the Universal Studios store, they have more Halloween Horror Nights merchandise and displays. Look at this. They legit made all of the characters from Universal Monsters. The newer version too. I love that this Bride of Frankenstein's all neon looking, and Dracula is all neon looking too. This looks so cool. It looks exactly like the poster for this house, or the shirt. Kind of like this. Like, see how they look kind of neon-y? They're a little bit more red in this picture. I couldn't find the actual picture that I was looking for, where they were all neon looking. And I'm sure that you've guessed it by now, but the last house on my list, number 10, is House of a Thousand Corpses, only because I haven't seen that movie yet. So I don't know what I'm supposed to be hyped for. You know what I mean? So like, we will watch it. Hopefully maybe tonight we'll watch it, and then maybe it'll move up my list. Maybe I'll be more excited for it, but as of right now, I just haven't seen it, so I don't know what to expect going into that house. I do know that there's a Captain Spaulding and somebody that has a museum of curiosities, and I guess Dwight Schrute is a mermaid or something in the movie? I don't know. We're gonna watch it, but that's why it's so low on my list, just because I know nothing about the movie. But all in all, every single house this year seems super strong, and I can't wait to share with you guys what we can see, different sights and sounds from inside the houses tomorrow. Hi Patrick, why are you so far away from Bikini Bottom?
The hurricane.
The hurricane, oh yeah. Had to have been pretty intense down underneath there. Yeah? Oh yeah, you guys will definitely make your way back. Well, very cool. Yeah, you'll swim back there. I like it. You guys will do a little jellyfishing on the way too. Thank you, Patrick. Well, that stinks. I just had it leaning up here and the wind took it and blew it into the water. So darn. Maybe it'll blow over by the dock and I can get it. Universal team members saved my life. So there you have it. That was a sneak preview of one of the houses at Halloween Horror Nights, and some updates on the scare zones, as well as my hype list and a little bit of a donut review there in the beginning. All in all, super excited for Halloween Horror Nights. Cannot wait for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be the first night that we're going through, and one of many for sure. We'll definitely be back for a couple of nights at least. At least a couple of nights. You guys know how we go to Halloween Horror Nights. Kind of a lot during the season. So I'm excited. We're gonna get our passes tomorrow and everything. So with that being said, we are off and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Denise.
I'm Gordon.
And we're from Canada. And now it's time to pay the price.